It's the Friday News Roundup. We're talking about how the city did or did not handle the snow cleanup. Which chefs and restaurants won a golden pig at the Tasties award ceremony? And what's old is new again at the Art Museum, or should I say Museum of Art. It's Friday, February 6th. I'm Trinae Nuri, and here's what Philly's talking about. Joining me this week is CityCast Philly executive producer Matt Katz. Hey, Matt.
What's up, Trinae? How was your commute over to the Fiddler Club this morning?
I was sitting in traffic.
Yeah.
There are cars that are still encapsulated. There's cars that are still literally encapsulated in snow and ice to this day.
It's wild. I mean, this storm was how many days ago?
12 days ago.
Yeah, you messaged me from the car and you said it was taking you like 3 times as long as normal to get here.
Yeah.
Crazy. I walked here and I mean, there's still some sidewalk intersections into the street that have snow and ice. There's a lot of sidewalks where I had to like jump into the snow to get away from like dog owners because you can't have 2 people passing each other, let alone a golden retriever or whatever.
And there's lots of poop on the ground.
Oh my God, there's so much like light brown smudged poop. It is nasty.
It's nasty.
If you don't normally take your shoes off in your house, this is the week to take your shoes off in the house. One snowstorm that wasn't like that crazy, 9-something inches, is still like, lingering.
It feels like the bare minimum.
In terms of the
cleanup.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there are lanes that are normally clearly 2 lanes going into like one way.
Right.
That second lane on the right side is like cut off.
That's right.
So you're like swerving into another lane.
Totally. And it slows up all the traffic because normally I saw Lombard Street today. There was an area where there was a bus stop, but the bus normally would pull over and people pass on the left, and that couldn't happen because there's still blockage in the other lane. Where
are you going to park? The damn snow took up so much street parking.
Right.
That's why it feels like the bare minimum.
And that's why people haven't dug out their cars because they don't want to lose their spots.
Exactly.
But the PPA started ticketing again this week.
Right.
So people have to be aware of that.
I definitely see less savesies.
Oh, yeah, you haven't seen a lot of cones?
I've seen cones. So savesies is what happens when, people spent 2 hours shoveling themselves out of a parking space. They'll use chairs, cones, trash cans, whatever they can find so that they can keep their parking spot. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's less because people actually aren't moving their car.
Right. Yeah.
They're waiting for the snow and ice to melt a little bit, but it hasn't. I've had to sorry to my neighbors, I've had to brace myself on their cars so I can hop over the piles of snow.
Right.
And on trash day, I literally helped the trash guys pull the trash over the pile of snow.
Wow.
Because they couldn't get to my trash can.
But they did pick up your...
Yes, they did pick up, yeah.
That's good.
Trash and recycling.
My recycling's been out for a few days. I imagine it's tipped over. I got to go check. Wow. The mayor's getting a lot of heat over this.
Yes.
And, this is a normal thing for politicians in cities. When there's a snowstorm, people will direct their anger, rightfully or not, at the person in charge. And we heard comments from the mayor this week. She did a press conference, and she is talking about how she's doing everything they can, and they have 1,000 some odd workers and 800 some odd trucks.
The snow ambassadors.
And then the snow ambassadors.
So it's basically a same day pay to remove all this excess snow that's still lingering around.
Yeah, you could show up and get paid on the spot $25 an hour to shovel out really the ADA ramps on the sidewalks is what they were focusing on, because there's only so much people without vehicles can do at this point. But that was what they were focused on, and they spent about 4 or 5 hours doing that earlier this week. So that was one new effort by the city to try to get this taken care of. But District Council 33 was not happy about this program.
So I had a hunch. I like quickly went to District 33's like Instagram page to see what they had to say
Yeah,
about
this
it
is
because
city
I
workers.
already knew that they were going to probably complain about it, and they did.
This is, by the way, the union that represents many municipal workers, and they represented the sanitation workers
Yes.
who went on strike over the summer.
And they had this comment. District 33 is deeply concerned by the city's decision to bring in outside laborers for snow removal operations without any consultation or collaboration with our union. They continue to say our members are the trained, dedicated workforce responsible for this work, and it is disheartening to see the administration move forward without even a discussion on how best to manage these challenges. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for them to push back. I mean, that's the city's hiring workers outside of any of the normal parameters. I mean, they're going to say this is an emergency. They need as many hands as they can get. But I don't think this will really escalate any further unless the city tries to continue to do this.
So we have residents complaining. We have District
The union
33 complaining. The teachers union also complained. They were pushing back on schools being open that first week last week.
Yeah.
The president of the Philadelphia Federation of Teachers said that the schools are not all properly heated. There's issues with plumbing and unshoveled wheelchair ramps.
Yeah.
And so they were trying to get the school district to do like more virtual days instead of the in-person days. But the school district eventually did in-person later in the week and this week as well.
Right.
On the other side, though, some parents pointed to like the reason they are glad that the school's open is because kids actually rely on the meals that are provided at school to make sure that they can eat during the day.
Yeah, that's important, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's very disruptive to close schools. So the district is cautious about it. And then they did it last week. They did one day close entirely where kids can do what they want, go sledding and whatnot. And then 2 days were virtual.
Yeah. Have you moved your car?
I moved my car.
Same. I was forced to.
and driving has gotten somewhat better, but the traffic is the worst literally I've ever seen it in the city. The traffic, particularly around like rush hour, is like really bad. There's standstills everywhere.
So how you been getting around? Driving?
Yeah. I have not gotten on the bus, but driving and walking. Bike lanes are a shit show, so you can't do that.
Last Friday, it wasn't snowing, but it was like dangerously cold. The Ubers are so pricey.
Oh, yeah,
A
they
trip
are. Yep.
like that would maybe normally cost maybe $20. It was like $67, $70, $80.
Wow. What do you think this means for the mayor? Like, how do you think she did? Are we still waiting to see if this has some like lingering political damage for her? Because the Inquirer said this week that Mayor Parker dropped the puck at the Flyers game on Tuesday. Pretty funny because she's like dropping the puck on ice, on literal ice. So when she did this, like ceremonial puck dropping at the beginning of the game, she was booed. And that has to be related to the snow response, right?
Yeah. I think in times like this, you have to act fast.
Yep.
Like, you have like maybe, I think we all kind of enjoyed like staying in last Sunday and maybe Monday.
Sure.
But you have to exhaust all options those first couple of days. Like, you really only have a first couple of days.
Right.
That felt like if you're able to make a video, if your administration's able to make a video and be like, hey, we heard your complaints. That's why we're going to come out with these snow ambassadors. That's not, I wouldn't have done that. I would have exhausted all options.
She probably says that she,
right. And then
she does say she exhausted all options.
Right. And she talks to a whole bunch of agencies in like
Right.
times of crisis, things like that. But I think the optics were kind of bad when I saw that rush hour traffic had stopped so that City Hall could get shoveled out.
They like shut down Center City for one afternoon rush so they could finish clearing the streets in Center City around City Hall. Yeah.
But no one lives in
Right.
City Hall. And it's like the side streets,
Sure.
the secondary and tertiary streets
Yep.
where Philadelphians are traveling and on SEPTA.
And in a, right, totally. And in a situation like this, it is less like the literal job you did and more the optics.
Yeah.
And she has not been out there every single day. She's had a couple of press conferences through this. More than a week went by, though, before she had a press conference from right after the storm until just a couple of days ago. I mean, she could have done a press conference every day. She could have been out there like in a plow every day. She could have gone to a street in like North Philly that was not plowed and been like, I'm out here. I heard this wasn't plowed and we're going to take care of it right now. So there could have been things that she could have done from optics perspective, because ultimately that's what will hurt her more than the literal job she did. I mean, nobody cares how many tons of salt were dropped on the ground if their side street wasn't plowed.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think what I've learned so far, maybe about her style, is she's going to respond how she wants to respond.
Here's a response that she had to some of this criticism. We have a cut of tape.
People kept asking for a very specific time. Give us the date that the snow removal operation will be complete in the city of Philadelphia. And my response is, this job will take as long as it takes to make sure that the city of Philadelphia is free and clear of snow and ice in any way that prevents us from functioning at 1,000% capacity like we would do if there were no snow or ice on the ground.
You know, despite all this, there's been some funny moments because of the snow.
You know, Philly doesn't take certain things serious. Like the videos I saw of people walking on the frozen Schuylkill
That's
River.
crazy. That's crazy.
I wouldn't walk on it if it was frozen or not.
Totally.
What?
Oh, you couldn't walk on it unless it was frozen, but you wouldn't be
know what I
in
mean.
it. You're not getting near the Schuylkill, right? Yeah, the Philadelphia Police Department had to tweet in their very sort of serious voice, we're getting reports of people walking and ice skating on Philadelphia's rivers. This is illegal for a reason. River ice is not as thick as it looks. Moving water underneath weakens it, and conditions can change fast.
And then you talk about, you know, I always kind of think of the blessings that I have because other people's lives are worse than mine, especially frozen car.
Frozen car, quickly becoming a legendary meme in Philadelphia. I mean, this is so great. I mean, not for Tiana Graham, the 5th grade math teacher at Community Academy of Philadelphia who owns Frozen Car, but it is so great for the way Philadelphia responded to Frozen Car. So there was this car in Fishtown, like near the Fillmore.
Yep.
And it's Tiana Graham's car. She parked it before the storm. She comes back out a few days ago, and it is like covered in ice.
And thick ice.
Yeah.
They had to hammer the ice off the car.
But before they did, Philadelphians were making pilgrimages over to see Frozen Car after Tiana Moore posted about it on TikTok. It got a spot on Google Maps that said Frozen Car. The Inquirer reported area residents began posting clips of themselves visiting the car, some even climbing on top of it. And then she posted a video of her and her girlfriend gingerly, according to the Inquirer, gingerly cracking the ice off the car with hammers to the No Doubt song Just a Girl, which was viewed more than 27 million times on TikTok. And another video of the car getting towed away. Eventually, it did get towed away.
At the end of the clip, the freaking tow truck driver is pulling the car out of the snow and it messes up her bumper.
Yeah. Well, she also said it was like wet inside, so water like leaked in there. And she does have a GoFundMe, so you can help her cover the cost of a rental car or get a new car that is not as frozen.
Oh my gosh.
But it was funny how Philadelphians, visited Frozen Car. Oh, by the way, it's going to snow this weekend.
Yay! It's going to be like -2 degrees.
Yeah, exactly. We're not expecting a huge dumping of snow, but snow showers and squalls. Still don't know what a squall is, but that's coming. And an Arctic front. I don't know if this isn't an Arctic front we're experiencing right now. What is? Wind chills below 0 for Saturday. Get ready for it.
We've got more news after the break. So on Sunday, we went to the Tasties.
Yeah, we did.
Oh my gosh, we got to try so much of what Philly restaurants and chefs have to offer.
This is the award ceremony from the Delicious City Philly Food Podcast.
Hey, y'all.
And they do the big ceremony where they hand out the awards, and then we get to eat stuff.
Yes. So the actual award is a golden pig.
Yes,
it's
that's
so
what the
cute.
winners get.
So
Yep.
cute. All right. So during the evening, I was taking pictures of our drinks and our food so we wouldn't forget.
Oh, great.
So here's the list. Next of kin served us a Neapolitan milk punch, which it really didn't taste like how it sounds. Like it kind of was like refreshing.
Oh, interesting.
Like refreshing, almost like a fruit punch, almost.
Cool. That's a cocktail bar up on Frankfurt Ave.
Other Half Brewing poured me a taste of their all Citra everything beer. So it's like an IPA, citrus flavors. Again, very refreshing.
Other half is around the corner from Frozen Car.
Really?
Oh, yeah. In case you want to make a day of it.
Yeah.
Visit Frozen Car, get a beer.
Frozen Car's gone.
Oh, Frozen Car's gone. Right. Well, you can still go to the spot where Frozen Car was.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Right.
Enswell, which is a cafe bar in Rittenhouse, served a shrimp cocktail terrine. Wasn't my favorite. I like the vibes of Enswell, though.
So beautiful in there.
Yeah, it's small, it's intimate.
Yep. And you get dinner there, too.
Oh, yeah. Ama served a Mexican scallop torradito. This was cold, but yet spicy. This surprised me. I wasn't expecting that kick.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
And there was also like a line. People were waiting for that scallop. They also, these were like...
I was there early. Like that was, and I'm glad I had the fish-related things early.
Sure, right. They had on their table, they had a block of ice, and then they had these huge scallop shells in the ice.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that. Amazing. Okay, so to cool down my palate, I then had, and I loved the coffee cardamom gelato from Coco's Gelato. Chef's kiss. Okay, so then we make our way to the Italian market. Fiorella is the first restaurant to welcome me into the room. They're serving my favorite pasta dish.
This is not the real Italian market. This is the Italian market room at the Tasties.
They are serving my favorite pasta dish, rigatoni with that sausage ragu. Okay. We had like some meatball subs. There was like a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
The scallops from Ama, but the South Philly barbacoa served chicken tinga toast, which is like all the fixins on a large crispy tortilla chip. Oh my God.
Cool.
What surprised me was the High Street's lemongrass sesame cream puff. That, I was just unsure what I was about to eat. It was like citrusy. It was caramel. It was delicious. I had the Cosmo at the Tito's bar. You had the sparkling lemonade.
I did.
What'd you think?
I'm not normally a vodka guy, but it was very refreshing and lovely. And then we went from that to the espresso martinis on the other side of the room.
And I think you made a stop at this table, but it was the Phil Abundance Community Kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
They had these 2 cornbread bites.
Yummy.
With like an herb butter.
Yep.
It was different. And then right next to espresso martinis was Good Chocolate. Ooh, so good. Okay. an assortment of bite-sized chocolates. Like there was one with like black sesame, one with like hazelnut.
I got one with raspberry.
Oh.
And I just picked it out. You can't tell what's inside.
You can't tell.
And I'm like, and I love raspberry and chocolate. And I picked it out by sight. And there were so many in front of me. It was a little overwhelming. But man, that one little piece of chocolate.
They weren't like a chocolate, like chocolate pieces that were like that. Oh yeah, this looks like chocolate. Some of them had like turquoise and gold colors. Like it was amazing. We met the Monopoly Man.
We did, yeah. That was exciting.
In the casino room, and then we made our way to the Tasties Blockbuster room, which was like the hit of the night.
Totally. This is like Blockbuster video they recreated with like, you know, on the wall with the VHS cassettes, and then you take the box to the counter, but instead of getting a VHS tape in the box, you get a drink.
Yes. I had the popcorn, the candy.
You didn't mention the funniest eating experience of the night.
The funniest eating experience of the night.
Sinead, do you remember when we did bumps?
Oh my God, I forgot. We had caviar.
We did bumps of caviar.
There was a lady giving us caviar.
On our hands.
Like in that little area on your hand between the thumb and the pointer.
Yeah, like where...
In that little pocket.
Yeah, where people do bumps of cocaine, except there was caviar.
You had to take it there.
Well, that's what I thought was going on.
I never knew that, but like, okay. I was going to say the salt when you take a shot of tequila, you said cocaine.
It was still unusual. I've never done that before.
I've never done it either. Did we have like a chaser after that?
No, I think we just downed the caviar off of our hands.
And then had an espresso martini after. It was a fun night.
Yep.
So who won? One of the Golden Pigs?
Mon won Restaurant of the Year, and Phila Lorne of Mon and Sal won Chef of the Year. Mon, of course, is the hot Cambodian noodle house down in South Philly.
So good. Evan
Snyder of Emmett in Kensington, which Philly Mag called the city's most inventive new restaurant. Evan won Breakout Chef. Pho 75, my kid's favorite Vietnamese pho place, one for Supreme Slurp. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one for excellence in hospitality, no doubt there.
Yeah.
Cafe Non, Vietnamese spot in South Philly, won Neighborhood Gem. Tequila's Casa Mexicana won the Icon Award, which you did a whole show with Eli from the Tasties about the iconic restaurants in the city. So Tequila's won that. And then La Jefa won Best New Restaurant. La Jefa is actually attached to Tequila's, same owners. They share a bathroom. So those guys really cleaned up. I was just there twice, actually, in the last couple of weeks. I went there for coffee with Abby, our producer, at like 10 in the morning. And then a couple days before that, I was there like late on a Saturday night for cocktails with my friend Michal, CityCast Philly neighbor. And so it's like two totally different experiences in the very same room. So
okay, well, now I have to try the brunch because I want to go there for brunch.
I had a delicious egg sandwich for breakfast with Abby. So some days they have like different menu offerings on like weekdays, but like the weekend is where the brunch is at. Yeah. And then when I was drinking there with Mahal, we had these interesting fermented cocktails. They're big on that stuff. And what I love about that place is everybody's very friendly in a way that appears that they really enjoy working there. You can tell.
Good.
You can really tell. Yeah. They are a happy, passionate bunch about what they're doing, and the place is just extremely cool, whether you're going there in the morning or in the night.
You think it's a place where everyone knows your name?
I want to go where everybody knows
your name. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Dun, 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 dun. And they're always glad you came. Dun, dun, dun. You want to go where
you want to go where everybody knows your name. I do not think La Jefa is Cheers, but after the break, there's another bar in town where there's been some news this week that I do think is like Cheers.
Okay, what's the deal with this Philly bar that you want to mention?
Yeah. So Dirty Frank's in the neighborhood. I chose where I lived when I first moved to Philly 20-something years ago, based in large part on the fact that an apartment I looked at was a half a block from Dirty Frank's, arguably the best dive bar in the world, I would say.
Okay.
And it's just like the perfect dive bar. There's no sign on the door. It's just pictures of famous Franks, Frank Sinatra, Pope Francis.
Okay.
Inside, there are no windows. It's adorned with a rotating selection of art on the walls that, there's so much, it must be a fire hazard, but it also makes it like, it gives it a vibe. And what I loved about the place and love about the place is the energy. The energy there is constant, whether you're drinking at noon on a Tuesday or midnight on a Saturday. You can always find a seat at the bar. The people next to you, sitting in the bar stool next to you, are friendly and different from you. There's like one of everybody in Philadelphia in there. Students, old people, date night people. Bartenders are a little surly. It's cash only. Been around for 90 years. Yeah. It's
that
just
reminds me of The Saint in Fishtown.
Yeah, totally.
I love The Saint.
It's just like a perfect drinking experience. Last time I was in there was like 3 months ago, and they were selling cans of Ham's beer, which is like low-end beer. For guess how much?
I'm going to say $3.
$2.
Really?
Isn't that insane?
That is. Is it good cheap beer?
Yeah, it's good cheap beer. It's $2. I mean, where can you get a drink for $2 in 2026? Amazing. Now, here comes the
news.
The news. Maybe in part because of those cheap prices, they have been bombarded with Uber's loads of college kids, including teenagers who bring their own booze and their vapes, and they just jam the place, turning it into a frat party beginning on Thursday nights every weekend.
Thirsty Thursdays.
And the worst part is they're using fake IDs that can get past the little scanners. There was an instance where they used a fake ID and the picture was Ben Franklin. And the address was the Liberty Bell. And it still got through the scanner.
How? That's crazy.
So they're having trouble controlling the situation, and the regulars stopped coming into the bar. The whole ambiance of the place just changed. It was kids on their phones instead of strangers chatting each other up, which is the DNA of a dive bar. So Dirty Frank's took a radical step. It is now 25 and older to get in.
I like that.
You do? Why?
I like that.
You don't like the youngins?
It's something different when you party with old heads. And it's crazy that we're saying 25 and up is considered old head.
Sure.
I'm going to tell you, Matt, me and my girl, we went to Attica Rooftop Deck.
Oh, yeah, on the Broad Street.
On Broad Street one night. This is some years ago. And we were dancing, right? And usually, when I'm out, I like to make friends with whoever else is on the dance floor. It's a vibe. Come on, let's have fun. So we walk up to this group of guys. They're
Right.
kind of cute,
Yeah.
Matt, they had no idea what the song was. This was an early 2000s hip hop jam or whatever. I don't remember the exact song, but they literally were standing there. They're like, "Hey, what's up? Hey." They had no idea.
And you guys are singing it word for word.
I'm like, ha! Right, probably. And we're like, "Yeah, you guys don't know this?" They're like, "No." I was like, it just messed up my vibe.
Right,
It just
right.
threw me off. I was like, nah, I don't know.
So you want to party with people your own age?
Or older.
Yeah.
There's
Where?
some bars. They're I guess you might call them neighborhood bars.
Sure.
Where people have gray hair.
Right? Those are professional barflies. Those are people who have been drinking at a bar for many decades, and they're good at it.
Jacobs in Northwest.
Oh, okay. Never been there.
Good people that, just
Sure.
got off of work.
Yep.
They just want to sit, eat some chicken wings,
Yep.
take a couple back. We're doing line dancing. You get a birthday shout out.
Yep.
That's the place I want to be.
Yeah. Totally.
I feel safe there.
Yeah. And you know, these bars sometimes they kind of like self-sort themselves. You know, some bars skew younger, some bars skew older, and that kind of naturally figures itself out. Dirty Frank's is having to, you know, be more aggressive to make sure that they are keeping the crowd the same as it's been.
I mean, rightfully so. If you're showing up with a fake ID, and the picture is Ben Franklin with the Liberty Bell address, like, come on, like.
Co-owner Jody
So
Schweitzer,
corny.
the co-owner of Dirty Frank's, Jody Schweitzer, told Billy Penn, "We just need to have the adults in the room again. It was for preservation of the bar and our liquor license
There you go.
and my sanity."
All right. Well, speaking of bars, what are you doing this weekend?
Well, we got the Super Bowl. Suns.
No, we don't.
You're not going to watch?
I'm not watching.
You're boycotting because there's no Eagles?
I'm not going to boycott, but I might watch the halftime show.
Bad Bunny?
Yeah, and check out the score.
Check out the commercials.
A little bit. Yeah.
Well, there is a local angle I have for you.
Okay.
The Philadelphia Zoo is getting involved. Last year, they had Dean the Hedgehog pick who was going to win, and Dean picked the Eagles to win by scampering over to an Eagles sign and then taking a shit in front of the Kansas City Chiefs sign. So Dean was right. This year, Chickpea, a 2-year-old Brahma chicken, is being tapped to decide who will win the Super Bowl. And Chickpea is making that decision today. So if you're waiting to decide who to bet on in the Super Bowl and want to get Chickpea's advice, take a look at the Philadelphia Zoo's socials today. What are you doing this weekend?
Matt, it's First Friday, so I am going to enjoy my childhood friend, Chenille. It's her birthday. We're going to the Art Museum.
Wait, do you mean FAM?
No, I mean the Art Museum, or the Museum of Art.
PMA.
They changed the name again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is like one of the most annoying Philly stories that we've talked about.
Yeah, this started 3 months ago, I guess?
like October.
Approximately. There was this big rebrand. They changed the logo and they changed the name to the Philadelphia Art Museum. And they said we were going to start calling it FAM, PHAM. Mm-hmm. And that caused a bit of a shitstorm.
Because it's also tied into its former head, who they're now involved in a legal battle.
Right after this controversial rebranding, the CEO is fired over allegations of theft, that she gave herself a raise that the board didn't approve of. The CEO says that was BS, and then she sued the art museum. So there's been all this turmoil. They have a new CEO in, and on Wednesday, the board of the museum voted to cancel the renaming. They're no longer FAM. They're back to they're going back to the Philadelphia Museum of Art. So they were the Philadelphia Museum of Art. They went to the Philadelphia Art Museum, and now they're back to the Philadelphia Museum of Art. But they are keeping the Griffin logo, the new logo, and the new brand identity.
Which, got some flack.
Yeah, it did.
Right?
It looked like
a soccer team. Or, yeah, that's what people criticize it about. Listen, sure, whatever. Like, whatever name you decide you want to call yourself, we're still going to call you the Art Museum.
Yeah, we are. I mean, it's also like a victory for the people who didn't like the name change.
Yeah, but it's okay. Like, change is okay.
Yeah.
Like, change is okay.
Well, people did not like this change. They thought it was stupid.
Okay.
But did you like the change?
Okay.
Name change. They just moved some words away. Right.
But listen, culturally in Philly, everyone just said the art museum.
Right.
It's okay.
Right.
I think it's okay. I'm sure they're having these discussions.
Well, I hope you have a great time at the FAM.
Whatever we want to call it, the art place on the top of the hill, or I don't know.
What shouldn't get lost is that place is awesome.
But it's better than being called the Rocky Steps or
That's
something.
true.
The place near the
place
Rocky
where you
Steps.
Go see Rocky, right?
Yeah, right. Like,
well, it's still awesome inside.
Yes, it is, and I enjoy the exhibits that come through and the live music. I love the programming.
Agreed.
Well, we did get a new neighbor this week. I want to welcome Michael K to the CityCast Philly neighborhood. Hey, Michael.
What's up, Michael?
So glad that you joined us. And if you want to join Michael and the rest of the neighbors for members-only events, for swag, for
ad-free listening.
There you go.
Weekly events guide that comes to your inbox from Siani, our newsletter editor. We would love to have you. If you've been listening to the show for a while and you're enjoying it, if you get our newsletter, we would love your support so we continue to have these conversations about Philly, to amplify local news and information, to bring you interviews with newsmakers, to tell you what Trene's doing this weekend. So join us over and become a neighbor.
Membership.citycast.fm. And one of the perks for being a neighbor is I will shout out one of your favorite businesses or nonprofits. And Julianne A. says they love social beings in Point Breeze for their movement, workshops, and community gatherings. That sounds cool. All right, Matt, that's all we got for this week. Stay connected with us through the newsletter for any other happenings and conversations that are going on in Philly.
Talk to everybody next week. See ya.
That's all for today here on CityCast Philly. Our executive producer is Matt Katz. Our senior producer is Abby Fritz. Our newsletter editors are Siani Colon and Natalia Aldana. And our host is me, Trene Nuri. Music is by Philly's own Interminable, with additional music from all the Kimonos. If you enjoyed this week of episodes, you gotta share it in the group chat. Also, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our morning newsletter. We'll be back Monday morning with more news from around the city. Have a great weekend and be safe, y'all. Bye.